Hello there! A month and a half ago I left for what was supposed to be a journey of multiple months. Unfortunately, I took up a knee injury in the Pyrenees Mountains and had to cut the adventure short after only 3 weeks and 350 kilometers of walking. It is unfortunate, but next year I'll pick up right back where I left off. On the chunk account, I am currently stuck with my newest chunk, the Ranging Guild. Its anvil added a horrendous 99 smithing grind to my already daunting RNG grinds, so let's see how it all works out. Well, it looks like it's been about a month since I last logged in. So yeah, feels a bit weird to be back into the game after having expected to be gone for several months, but I guess it is what it is. We got an injury, we have to deal with it. Might as well play some old school RuneScape in the meantime. But yeah, we are back in the game. We're gonna get back onto the grinds. And we're gonna start off with a little bit of smithing, I think, because I have some iron bars I want to finish up, so let's do just that. And that is immediately 78 smithing right there, making iron plate bodies the old-fashioned way. These bars will be the last ones I have banked. I had all these bars banked from my first 70 smithing grind where I superheated iron ore from the Pescador's mine. I banked about 27,000 of those and I dropped about 40,000 to 45,000 I think, because the walk to the bank was just so long and I could not be bothered doing that because that would mean that my initial smithing grind would take weeks and weeks and weeks. It is a bit unfortunate that we are now out of iron bars, but it is what it is. We got up to 78 with what we had in the bank. With the iron gone, I'm going to start working on the adamant ore that I have from my eclectic impling hunting. I have about 1,000 adamant ore to go through, so that means also mining 6,000 coal. To save time, I'm going to superheat them right where I mine them and then go to the bank. Gonna take a while, but we will be needing those adamant bars to make our bolts and ammo for the Mithril dragon grind, so long but necessary. And we have a mystery box for absolutely nothing. Okay. I'm also gonna start doing my maze randoms a bit more, because I can get coal and mithril and all like that kind of stuff from here, so that will be quite useful in the future. And there we go. 88 magic, you'll love to see it. And this will be the last adamant ore that was in my bank turned into a bar. We still have lots of mithril ore left from the water fiend grind, so that's what I'm gonna start working on next. With all those adamant bars, we of course will able to make a whole lot of bolts that we're going to be using at the Mithril dragons. Unfortunately for my diamond bolts, I am kind of out of earth runes to enchant them, and I don't want to go to pure right now, so they will stay like that. And back at the Iron Dragons, this is the first trip back after the walk. Got one chewed bone to turn in, so and about 50 kills. That's almost on drop rate, so not too bad. Also, nice pile of money from all the alcohols, another prayer potion, so it's a bit of everything, but it's kind of useful in the end, so I'll take it. Let's turn in this chewed bone with the good luck from Valti, and we get a super attack mix. Never lucky. We got a lucky call from Jake's Chunky, a fellow one chunker, but we got some coins. Rip. And that is 600 kills done. The Rune Light Loot Tracker is completely broken, so unfortunately I cannot show you the loot, but that's 600. And that is yet another trip done at the Dragons. We got one chewed bone this time. Let's see if we can spoon our full helm. Let's turn it in as a sacrifice, and we get some death runes, unfortunately. Another trip, another tube bone. This seems to be coming in at one a trip, so let's see what we get from this one. And we get a prayer mix. I mean, it's kind of useful, so I'm not gonna complain. This random events, this book of knowledge, is gonna be quite big, because this has been 2 years in the making. That is going to be level 55 Slayer, and also the end of my lamping goal. Now, what does 55 Slayer mean? That means we can now wield a leaf-bladed spear. It's not exactly a best in slot, but it is a item that is a bit of like an achievement, you could say. 2 years of Lamping Slayer. There we go. We can now wield a Leaf Bladed Spear. We can also use Broad Bolts right now, but I'm going to keep using my Adamant Bolts for now. I'm not sure if Broad Bolts are even buyable with coins, so I didn't check it. Whatever. But yeah, let's put my 55 Slayer into the chunk map and recalculate, and it should bring up the Leaf Bladed Spear. There we go. Let's tick that off. A little bit of dopamine. Yeah. The rest of the grinds are still waiting. And from now on, I'm going to put all my lamps into smithing, because every little bit can help along the way. And that is another trip done at the dragons. Unfortunately, I had to dismiss a quizmaster because I did not want to reset my aggro. But yeah, one chewed bone again. Let's see what we get from this one. An anti-fire that I cannot even drink because I did not do a Dragon Slayer 1. Amazing. And that is 91 mining. We're almost halfway to the 99. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. And of course, Brucecape had to one-up me there. Say hello to Quadruple D or Chunkwellard. He's about to do a Chunkroll stream, so make sure to check him out and check out his channel. Mystery box for a diamond. Well, could be worse. And with this inventory of steel bars done at the mine, that's going to be 80 smithing banked. With all these bars that we have left, even with the bronze bars. So yeah, that's going to be good for later. I am about to do a 12-hour stream, 10 hours of which are going to be spent at the Mithril Dragons. We're going to try to get 200 kills in one day. So let's see if we can get lucky on some chewed bones and maybe spoon a drop or two. We don't know. Let's go figure it out. That is the first trip of the stream done. We got 3 chewed bones and 75 kills, which is extremely lucky. This is way under drop rate, so let's go turn this in and see if the streamer luck is real. The first one, some death runes. The second one will give us some adamant darts poisonous, and then the last one, number 23, some runite bolts. 71 prayer. Snag up on me, but that is nice to see. Always nice to have some extra prayer points. And that is another trip done, and we got 4 chewed bones this time. My luck today is extremely rare. Is this what they call the streamer luck? Because that is 4 chewed bones and like 50 kills. That is absolutely insane. Let's turn these chewed bones in. First one gives us death runes. We've been seeing a lot of death runes lately. Second one, bolts, we kind of take those. Third one, a super strength mix for the supersets. And the last one, adamant knives. Unfortunately, nothing on this turn-in, but that was an insanely lucky trip to get 4 chewed bones and only 50 kills. So yeah, we'll take those every day. And it's getting a bit cramped here at the Mithril Dragons with all these tiles, but that is going to be the last trip of this stream, another 75 kills. We only got 2 chewed bones this time, but that is still quite a lot. We got 9 chewed bones in 200 kills. Normally 9 chewed bones should take like 370 kills, so we have been extremely lucky. Let's turn these 2 in. The first one of 2, let's see what we get, is some runner potions, and then the last one of the day, we get some silver bolts. That's the first time we get silver bolts. Yeah, very nice 12-hour stream. We got 9 chewed bones. Definitely not gonna complain about that, but still no drops, so we have to keep going.
Alright, I am on a older microphone because my new one just had too much white noise, something broke in it, so I'm going back to my old one. If it's better or worse, let me know, but I'm probably gonna stick with this one for a while. But while we work on 80 smithing in the background, it is time to do a few calculations towards 99 smithing. So I have 2 options. I can either do iron bars or steel bars. Mithril and adamant are not really viable since my sources for those are either water fiends or eclectic implings, and that would take me a very long time to get enough for 99. So iron or steel. Well, surprisingly, they are pretty close in total amount it would take to get to 99. Let's check the iron bars first. So to get to 99 from level 80, we would need about 300,000 iron bars. which also means I would have to get 300,000 nature runes because I will be superheating everything, because it's otherwise going to be way too slow. And also, of course, you lose iron when you smith without a ring of forging, which I don't have a lot of. So 300,000 nature runes would take about 1,500 hours to gather all those runes. Then mining all the ores and superheating them on the way to the bank would take another 642 hours. And smithing all those bars into plate bodies would take another 250 hours, bringing the total to almost 2,400 hours. Now, this is done with plate bodies calculations, so keep that in mind. Now, for the steel bars, I would only need 200,000 steel bars, because obviously they give more experience, so we need less bars. Which also means we need less nature runes. We would only spend 1,000 hours to get 200,000 nature runes. But then, of course, mining the ores would take a bit longer, almost 1,200 hours, almost double of the iron, because we have to mine 2 coal and 1 iron for every bar. Now, the reason this is not even longer is because our run energy will never go down when we go to the bank, since we stay so long at the coal ore to mine everything, because I always superheat my ores when I'm at the mining spot. And then, of course, you have to smith all those bars into plate bodies, which would be another 166 hours, bringing the total to about 2,350 hours. Now, these calculations are done with smithing plate bodies. What I might do is, if I go for the steel route, which I will probably do because it's a bit more relaxing to mine and superheat, is to smith steel arrow tips until I have 99 fletching banked, because the fletching cape is not that far off and we only need 4 more levels to get to 99, so I might just do steel arrow tips until 99. That will add a considerable amount of hours to this grind, but for now, with plate bodies, either iron or steel will be somewhere between 2,350 and 2,400 hours, which is a very long time. Yeah. I'm going to spend a long time getting all the nature runes for 99 magic first, which will be about 150,000 nature runes. And once I have all that banked for 99 magic, I'm gonna work on smithing and mining, of course, work through all those nature runes. And when we get to 99 magic, we will decide what we do from there on. But for now, that is the calculations that we have before us, and that is a lot of time we're gonna have to spend at the nature rune chest, at the mining spot, and at the anvil. So please bear with me for the next year or so. I do have some more plans that I want to do around this grind, which will prepare me for future chunks, but I'm going to leave that for a future episode, because that's also quite a lot of information to take in. But for now, let's head back to the smithing grind. Let's get that 3rd H bow. Purple sweets, rip. Alright, I've spent about 80 hours on this trip. We got about 15,500 nature runes. I didn't leave this place for anything else, actually. I just went to Pura even every once in a while for a lucky impling call. But I think it's about time I get finished on that 80 smithing, because it's been waiting for a long time to get that to 80, so I'm gonna go work on that for a little bit. Yeah, very long trip at the nature rune chest, 50,000 nature runes to be added. I have no idea how many I have in the bank, so let's go take a look. How many nature runes is that right now? If we go to the rune tab, 26,000. So we are about 1/8 of the way there to get to 99 smithing with steel bars. Not too bad. Yeah, let's gather up for some iron plate bodies. We need... It's been too long. I have to check it out what I need. It's been too long since I did this. Alright, I'm all set. Let's get started and finish this off. And with this inventory, that is a nice little milestone on the way to 99. That is a level 80 smithing. Can now make adibate battle axes, got sword blades. Look at that. This is probably gonna be the last smithing level of 2025, because I'm going to spend the next few months at the nature rune chest, I think. So yeah, enjoy it while you can see it. But this is it for this year. And that is going to be it for this episode. The next actual progress episode will probably be a long way away, but I will be uploading 1 or 2 more chunk videos, going more specifically into the future possible roles and the big plans I have to finish off this chunk. Also, don't forget, I have a second series running, the Volumer Only Ironman account, for which I have already 2 more episodes done with all recording. I just have to get into editing. Yeah, that's gonna take a bit of time because it's quite a bit of content, but really fun progress to look forward to. As always, thank you so much to all the channel members for continuing to support me. It's been a few weeks without any substantial chunk updates, but I hope with this video you guys are once again satisfied for a few more weeks, and I will see you all in the next one. Gnome out.